Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through a new game here, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Put out in 2000, I want to say. And the reason I mention this is because there's going to be a couple of graphical artifacts that are going to appear from time to time. I ask that you bear with it. I did patch the game to put on a 1080p resolution, but occasionally when transitioning between scenes, you'll see the old resolution a little bit darker compared to the 1080. Pretty minor. It doesn't bother me any. If it bothers you, let me know. But I think this is the best way to actually get the game to play properly. I am playing on the good old games version of the game, which is nice. It makes it easier to patch and work with. And if you want to pick it up yourself, I believe it's $10 on GOG and worth every cent. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game here. And I'm actually going to be playing KOTOR and KOTOR 2 back-to-back for this little series. So I'm going to be doing a light side run through KOTOR 1, and I will do a dark side run through KOTOR 2, because KOTOR 2 has a much more interesting dark side story than KOTOR 1 does. At the start, you have to pick your class. These are based on the old Star Wars 3.0, 3.5 sort of D&D style classes. I'm going to go for a Scoundrel for this run, and the reason for that is I like the Persuade option, and this is the only one that gets Persuade as a class skill. It's a silly reason to make a character, I know, but there you go. I like this. Attributes, you can see we've got a D&D style point-based system here. How do you want to do this? I get lots of skills already. Make that a 10. I don't really care about getting extra skills per se. We're going to make you a 14. 14. 14. So let's see here. So I go through what these do. Strength makes it easier to hit and lets you hit harder. With melee weapons. Dexterity makes it easier to hit in ranged, as well as with grenades. And increases your defense. Constitution increases your hit points. Intelligence increases your skills, and your checks with int-based skills. Wisdom is perception. It allows you to add modifiers to force points and saving throws. Charisma is force feats and powers. So I would say that wisdom is more important than charisma. Go ahead and bump these both up to 12 at the moment. I can put that up to 14. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop Constitution down a little bit here. And I'm going to actually de-emphasize Strength for this run. Does that work? I think that'll work. I'm going to be playing a Jedi Counselor for the final class, which is the Force Power User. This will make the beginning of the game a little harder, but there you go. Skills. So here's your skills. It's the D&D style skills. I'm always going to max Persuade because that's the reason I took this class in the first place. I do want Awareness. I do want Security. Security lets you open doors. Persuade lets you get special dialogue options. Awareness lets you see through stealth. We got 4 more we can use. And Demolitions is 1. Stealth is 1. Repair is 1. Or Repair is not 1. So I'm going to go with Stealth. It's going to be a little more important at the beginning. Feats. So these are D&D feats. They let you do fun things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. Dueling. Scoundrel's likely just 2 AC. Well, we'll be upping this because it boosts your AC quite a bit. That gives you more hit points. Sneak attack, which is kind of nice. What do I want to do? I get Critical Strike, which is the... So, since we get Critical Strike for free, we're going to keep using that throughout the game. I'm not going to invest in Power Attack or Flurry. 2-weapon fighting is nice for the damage it can put out, but Duelist helps you survive a little better. Of course, there's always medium armor proficiency, which might not be bad to get. Caution, bonus to stealth and demolitions, I don't really care. This gives +1 bonus to persuade, awareness, and treat injury, maybe later. Yeah. This one's not bad. +1 to all saves is not bad. Implants, we might worry about later. Not worried about power attack, rapid shot, any of that. I tell you what, I will go for a single one-handed weapon, +1 to attack and +1 to defense. I kind of like that. Doesn't have to do a +3/+3. Do I do that, or do you want to be more offense-focused, like two-weapon fighting? That is the question. For the moment, though... See, this is the hard part, figuring out what you want here. And yes, I could have figured this out beforehand. I'm not going to be doing ranged weapons with this build. I don't think. I could do ranged weapons with the build. Nah, Jedi get lightsabers if we want to use lightsabers. Actually, you know what? We'll make it easy. I'm going to go with medium armor proficiency, just to give me more options for defense for armor. It's fine. Or actually, no. Of course it's not fine. We're doing Endri. Okay. Oh, let's get into it. I'm about to mute the audio from the game. Why? Because copyright. Trust me when I say it's doing the John Hopkins score in the background here that you can't hear at the moment, but I can. Knights of the Old Republic is having some problems playing back, it looks like. For 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable as countless knights fall in battle, and many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the outer rim world of Taris, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith's galactic domination. So there you go. There's our story. Try to remember all that. It's all very unimportant. It's important for the grand scheme of the setting, but as far as the game is concerned, it's really not all that important at all. And yes, the audio is still muted because it's still playing that score. I don't really want the copyright strike because they really, really go after it. I believe this is the ship that we are currently on. As you can note, it's not doing well. We'll find out why the ship is being attacked in a little bit. Ah, there we go. Turn the audio back on. Yay.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Alright, since this is an RPG of the traditional sense, this means we get to decide our choices. We can say, who are you? Or the Endar Spire, which is the name of the ship here. I'm going to start with, who are you?
I'm Trask Olgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up! We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Who's Bastila?
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really, but she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I know all about your reputation, how you used to smuggle spice and blasters along the Corellian run. I guess the Republic figured since they couldn't catch you, they might as well hire you. And I'll admit, the Republic is in desperate need of someone with your kind of skills. Desperate enough to overlook your shady past. But now that you signed on for this mission, you're part of the Republic fleet. And Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Okay, let's go help Bastila, or oath or no oath, I'm heading to the escape pods. We're gonna go with the light side response. Let's help Bastila.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Alright. So this is our tutorial section, and real quick here, we are going to turn sound effects way down. Volume way down. There we go. Alright, so you can hold right click and pan. You can also turn with the A and D keys as well. The interface is a little dated. We're going to click the footlocker here, get our equipment. We get a stealth field generator, a spike, a security spike, a blaster pistol, a short sword, clothing, and a med pack. So let's get items. Alright, good enough. And we'll open our inventory here. We'll show you everything we got. With I is inventory, U is for equipping. We're going to go ahead and equip the clothing here. We're going to equip the stealth field generator. And let's see, we can look at our character's stats over here. So my dex is better than my strength. So at the moment, I'm actually going to be using the blaster pistol over the short sword. This will not last for long. I will switch out to melee probably fairly late in the game.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Trask has joined our party. Excellent. This is our party screen. We're going to click him. We're going to go, okay.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Alright, and we just press tab to switch to him. And open the door.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
And I can switch this back. There you go. They hand out XP really quickly in this part of the game. That prompt is wrong.
This is Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright, let's move out. Girdle is J. There you go. We're not going to read through that. It's just repeating what we already know. So, tab switches characters.
Sure.
This is the GOG version, so it's already set up for WASD for movement. So, anytime you come up to something where you need to use a skill, it'll put this up here. You can press up or down to move through it if it's got options. I have security, so I'm going to open the door myself.
Got it.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
And that's our wonderful little in-game cutscenes. So we're going to go ahead and do Sniper Shot. And it auto-pauses when you enter battle. I'm going to press spacebar to unpause. Oh look, there we go. Since that's currently queued up in that first slot, I'm just going to press 1, and that will use that ability. We could mouse up or down, but I don't have a melee weapon equipped, so no point really changing. One thing to note about this game, loot is semi-randomized. Not completely, but semi-randomized. We got some credits here. And he did not drop anything. It does take a little bit for corpses to populate loot, so keep that in mind. We got nothing over here. Head to this door. None on his body. What do we got? Oh, ambush! Normally I play a more melee-focused character, but this time I figured, when we go dark side, we'll probably do it. This is still a little loud. This is definitely still a little loud. Hold on a second here. So... I want the voiceovers to be loud enough, but I don't want the rest of the game to be so loud it's overpowering. Ooh, nice. Ion grenade and frag grenade. A good find.
I've got a feeling that won't be our last battle with the Sith. Good thing we have med packs to heal our wounds. It might be a good idea to use one now before our next battle.
Med packs, by the way, are down here in the lower right. Didn't actually mean to talk to him. Locker. or sorry, metal container. We're always going to be looting those. And, and his remains popped up and gave us some stuff. We're not getting very lucky with what we're getting off the bodies at this point. That makes me a little sad. That was the game's subtle way of giving us a hint. Alright, so we got 3 soldiers over there. Yep, I don't care about all that. It's just telling us how the mechanics work. Let's throw a grenade. Throw the grenade, please. Thank you. Problem solved. Yeah, the game was kind of giving us a hint there. Hey, there's a lot of enemies here. Use a grenade. Fair enough. Usually he has a grenade on his corpse, too. Man, we are getting really unlucky with the item drop. Right, got a couple more enemies. I don't have a spare grenade, or I'd probably just grenade them too, but that's alright. As you can see, my character is not the best shot in the world. That's alright. Fortunately, we have a soldier backing us up. I am actually getting fairly badly hurt. And we'll use a med pack. And there we go. I don't remember if you heal wounds over time in this game. I think you do a little bit, but it takes quite a while. Advanced repair kit. I don't need advanced repair kits. Alright, that's where we need to go. Let's just, yep, see. You'll see a little blue square sort of thing around them when they're thinking about generating items. So keep that in mind. Got another frag grenade. Excellent. Parts pile, we're going to need this. That one part right there is actually important for later. So, you'll see why. Yep. Let's go ahead and go this way.
It's a Dark Jedi! This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
You can see there our Jedi friend. Yay! Our Jedi friend won! Oh.
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
The game is not going to let us loot her lightsaber either, which is totally sad. I mean, yeah, I'd probably kill myself if I did, but still. Come on, lightsaber. I am getting shot quite a bit. It'd be nice if they target that soldier a little more. Go ahead and... there are hotkeys for that, by the way. I think it's 5 for that one. Another med pack. Ooh, adrenal stamina. Nice to have. What do you have on you? Their med pack. And you? Ah, the vibration cell. That's a set drop. You always get the vibration cell off of her corpse. Like I said, semi-random loot, not truly random loot.
The bridge is just beyond that door. You better equip your melee weapon. There isn't much room on the bridge, and it's suicide to use a blaster in close quarters. I should equip a melee weapon, too. Either that or I'll have to stay back and use my blaster.
Alright, so what he's basically saying here is, let's go into here, switch him out to his short sword. I, on the other hand, definitely not switching. We're going to put you in front.
We'll be fighting in close quarters on the bridge.
It's going to force us.
Sure.
This normally doesn't happen because I normally don't, I don't have a melee weapon to equip, you jerk. Ugh. So, it's going to make us equip this. Is sad. I'm not that much worse with a sword, so it's not horrible. Here's our melee tutorial. When you hit in melee, it really hurts things. Especially if I'm using critical strike.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
So the voice acting in this game is special. But I like it anyway. Go ahead and equip that. Thank you. And a backpack. This should have another blaster pistol. Okay. And that opened. You notice the remains there, I was staring at them and they did not open up for a while. Frag grenade. Those are always handy to have. Should be a corpse back here that has some loot on it. Usually it does. No, we're just not having the best of luck with loot, guys. So I love this game. It's a lot of fun. It really seems like the audio is still coming through a little loud, according to my meters here, but I'll check it afterwards. I have the audio turned way down. Oh, must level up before I pass through the door. Fair enough. Just click your portrait. Go to level up. We get more skills. And since I didn't bother to put my int any higher, at character creation I would have been able to like max out another skill, but then after that I wouldn't really have been able to do much with it, so I'm not that worried about it. These are the skills I want anyway. Okay, feats. We get another feat. What do we want to put our next feat into? Knowing that we're especially not going to be sticking with blasters forever. Level, by the way, do we get sneak attack 312? We're never going to level 12. I will probably stop leveling at 7? Probably at 7. I really just want to become a duelist this run? I don't really want to become a duelist this run, no. Let's go ahead and for the moment, +1 to all saving throws. Yeah, that'll work. We will probably start investing in melee feats sooner than later, just for later in the game.
There's something
No
behind
point
here.
trying to bank them.
Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
And away he goes. I think I probably will end up taking the duelist tree, just because. Not much reason not doing it. No loot's in here. And on to the next section of the game. So I do like this game. By the way, not editing out loading screens.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods. But be careful. There's a Sith patrol just down the corridor. Use your stealth skill to sneak past him.
Alright, so stealth is G.
I'll avoid what I can.
You move really slowly on stealth. Continue on. Be fine. Now, we do get a bonus damage when we shoot somebody in the back when we're stealthed. No, it didn't work. Maybe that's melee only. I'll have to check. Anyway, I don't particularly want to sneak past him because, well, I don't. We might actually go melee focus sooner than later regardless. I think it might be necessary. Just with how the game plays out mechanically. So maybe once I get a blaster rifle, I'll be a little happier. Go ahead. Feats. Critical hit. Is that? Sneak attack. 1d6 chance with the target can't respond to the attacker. Light attacks made from behind the target. Otherwise immobilized. Stealth mode. Any attacks made while in stealth mode combat cancel stealth mode, but the first attack receives the bonus. Within 10 meters. Right. So you have to get a little bit closer. I was probably just too far away there, so I'm not going to worry about that too much then. Okay. Through our broken and battered door. I really should use that sneak mode a lot more often. We're just going to toss a grenade. My guy's not the best in combat, unfortunately. Sniper shot, I believe, increases our accuracy.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
Or we could do both. We're going to do both. We should have just enough supplies to do both. Those are set. You always get those from that chest. Neither one of you dropped any loot? Really? Oh, so bad. Alright, let's go in here. Computer slicing tutorial. Do this module. It's fine. Overload the conduit. Boom! You get 150 XP, but we can still go over here. Do the repair tutorial, reactivate the droid, we'll fix its shields, and we'll fix its motor functions. And that's why we picked up that extra part back there. Was there any reason to do that? No, I just wasted a bunch of spikes for some XP, but, you know, XP. We like XP. This prototype vibroblade is always here. I think the ion blaster might be as well. Prototype vibroblade can be upgraded with that vibration cell.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Who are you?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left on the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
And 250 XP. Like I said, they just hand you XP.
Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
And there you go. Everything is voice acted, though the aliens, of course, are basically unintelligible. And, yep, use the escape pod. We're done here. And there we go. Gonna have to do a little editing. Sometimes the cutscenes like to minimize the game. Is super annoying. And we crash into Taurus. I think my audio might have cut out. Yep, my audio cut out.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you on the escape pod. Do you remember?
Right. I'm Endri, by the way. How did we get here?
We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things, but try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. You were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
I guess I owe you my life. Thanks.
You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Bastila, she's the one from the Endar Spire, right?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Any idea where... I mean, there's a lot of options here, but they make you kind of seem like a jerk. Any idea where we should start looking for Bastila?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
The sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we find her. Let's go. Or I want to ask you some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malik and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malik is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malik became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malik's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malik and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
A Jedi? What do you mean?
Malik and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malik just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
Don't worry, we'll find a way to stop the Sith.
Well, I hope you're right. But the Republic hasn't been able to stop them so far, even with the support of the Jedi Council. I think Bastila may be the galaxy's last hope.
We'll continue about the planet we're on.
Taris was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers, but that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Taris is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
All right. Well, we'll learn about Karth in a little bit, so the sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base, and we can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity.
Foreshadowing!
If we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Remember that line about the terrible things that Force powers could do. Definitely only Darksiders would use those. Just remember that. Grab this real quick. Like some med packs. This can be used to upgrade that prototype vibroblade. Go in here, prototype vibroblade, plug in that cell. Now it does a little more damage. Alright. Did actually upgrade it, right? I always get curious about that. Yep, it did. Alright, well, I'm going to throw a save down here. And until our paths cross again, have fun, stay safe, everyone.